There are 3 questions in this video. The first one is from 2007. We have a U-tube whose limbs are vertical and of equal length, and mercury is poured in until the level of mercury is 26.2 centimeters from the top of both limbs. So you'll notice we've got a horizontal line there. There's my reference level. It's the maximum height that I can go to, whereby the liquid in both tubes is the same. Now, water is poured into one limb until that limb is full. That's going to be the left-hand side. The water is going to push the mercury down on the left, and the mercury is going to rise on the right. And because the water is less dense than the mercury, the amount of water on the left to fill that tube, that height will be less than the height of mercury on the right. So this is what happens. Water comes in, and then the mercury rises. So what happens? Well, we now need to look at the reference level. The reference level lowers in this case, like so. And originally the reference point, or the reference level, had a height of 26.2 above it, but now we've dropped that down by a distance x. So the height of the water is 26.2 plus x. The height of the mercury, though, is now going to be 2x. So the reference line is dropped by x, and the height of mercury has risen by x as well. So there's 2x above it. All right, we've got pressure at A equals pressure at B, or pressure on the left equals pressure on the right. We've got a single liquid on the left, single liquid on the right as well, but it's mercury. So pressure due to water equals pressure due to mercury. The G's will cancel, and then you just solve for x again. All right, second last question, 2016. Okay, so this is actually a U-shaped tube question. We're told there's a load of mass M acts on a circular piston of diameter D. The piston sits on a reservoir of oil. So the piston pushes down the oil on the left, and then the oil on the right rises to a certain height. We're given densities, we're given heights, and we're looking to find H in terms of M, the density, and the diameter of the piston. So we approach it like we would with a U-shaped tube. Adjust your reference level until we reach the highest point where the liquid in both sides of the U-tube is equal. That's at that point. We then say the pressure at A equals the pressure at B. Now the pressure at B is due to a liquid, so we use rho GH, but the pressure at A is due to a solid, in which case we'll use the formula for pressure equals force over area. So we'll have force over area is equal to rho GH. The force is the weight of the object, m by g, and the area is the area of the cross-sectional area, which is a circular area. So that'll be pi r squared. However, we don't want to have r in the equation, we want a d in the equation, because it says find h in terms of m, rho, and d. So write the area of the circle in terms of d, and then you just make h the subject of the equation. It's quite straightforward after that. Okay. I'd ask you to do the next 2 questions and get back to me if you have any problems.